Okay, we're here. Let's go. Hey, hello. How you doing? Good evening and good night, all at the same time. What a delight. Well, let's. Yeah. Well, thanks, bro. Yeah, I know where your loyalties are. No, it's all good, bro. I get you. We're just chilling here, you know. So once the actual stuff comes out, it'll be more interesting. But yeah, today's gonna be quite interesting because we're gonna be able to actually work on the trash animation. We've got the pile of garbage now, and it's looking beautiful. If you ask me, I love garbage. Well, maybe not. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna animate the garbage. We're gonna animate the garbage. We're gonna see how that goes. I have no idea how it's gonna go, but oh yeah, what has he been saying? Give me a quick 1-2. Not a poo though. Please don't take a dump on stream. But yeah, give me some juice, bud. What's been going on? Yeah, and so I think the watermelon does justice there. It's pretty good. I love the infinite scalability of vector images. Like, no matter how close you go, it's bashing the yeah. Well, you know, the government, they're pretty fucking, yeah, well, they losers. Think they can just make a living off of robbing everybody. But anyways. Oh, well, we provide social good and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, actually, people who make the economy go around provide social good. So, not the people who steal from the economy. Anyways, so here we are with the next best product. And if we had this here, it might be just a little bit better situated for whatever reason. So, watermelon slice backup, where and when, what is going on here? I don't think we need this watermelon anymore, no, but we do have a, oh wait, maybe we do need that other watermelon, just as an untouched backup. Put that in the actual watermelon slice left, and then this one can be deleted and this layer can be deleted. So anyways, before we get into it, here we are. It's your best product, Mike Jar, and we are going to animate the trash oracle today. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it, and etc.
Jar.Place. Like and
I
subscribe.
still don't hear the sound, but apparently you guys do, so that's cool. Like and subscribe. I think we need some jazz for this, though. What do we call it? As usual, he's right about everything he says, and despite being in jail for 5 months, he hasn't missed a beat. Yeah, that's awesome. Copyright free jazz music. Let's get some vibes going on, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're vibing. Oh, I already got that open. So really, this is the exciting part about this is that we are going to move into actually creating the trash oracle now. Her body, She's gonna fall out of the trash. This is gonna be complicated as anything. Probably one of the most complicated things I've done, quite frankly. Probably one of the most complicated things that has ever gone on over here in the Jar.verse. Alright, Hunter, that's enough out of you for now. And the big garbage bag boobs. Oh, what have I got myself into? What am I doing? Might be too many things. Like this might not even be able to be possible in a live stream to have him fall over. Just because of the complexity of it. Okay. So everything's looking pretty good except the trash bag, so that's a good sign. That is a good sign. So that just means that there's something about this layer that needs some help. Total highlight, for whatever reason, is... Let's save it without the highlight and see what happens. Without us Canadians, without. Okay, so that works. I think it's just the transparency that doesn't come through well. It's not transparent. Oh, is it? It's an overlay. It's a different overlay. Transparency. So what if we change it to a transparency of 15%? 14%? Maybe even 12%? Maybe even 11%. Not too big. Now does that come through normally? Yes. Okay, so that's all we had to fix, so that's a good start. So now, I guess even having the garbage be something that's like mobile. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. But of course, I'm in a totally different part of the world, so that's actually one way that you could call one of your friends. Like, I thought about that. It's like you could prove the world is a sphere just by calling one of your friends who's in a different part of the world, and whatever time it is, like you could put a stick of maybe, I don't know, 2 feet would probably work, and like just have it straight up and down from the earth. Now you could use a pendulum to make sure, like you would tie a weight on a string to that stick, so that you could see that it's like straight up and down as to gravity and not to the earth. And then you could use that stick that's straight up and down and see the shadow that it's casting, which you could also put to a parallel perpendicular plane to the gravity. And you could see then the difference in the shadow that's cast based on like how far away your friend is. You could be like live streaming to each other, and you could measure the length of the shadow, and that would help show you could use some math then to figure out how the circumference of the world. That's actually what they did in the first place. But because you wouldn't have Why is this in 1902, 1920? Because you would have different shadow lengths. So anyways, so I think the first and foremost thing I want to do is, let's look over here. So these are all independent layers. The Trash Oracle, she's totally cool over here, just vibing, right? But what we actually want to do, can I just take Oliver? Yeah, Oliver. Who's Oliver, you say? No. Can I just take all of her and put her in the garbage, okay? Now, that's not exactly what I want to do, because of course she doesn't fit in the garbage exactly, but she also doesn't... Ooh, garbage can one. She's not properly going into the garbage can, if you know what I mean. She's kind of in front of it or whatever. So I don't know who Oliver Anthony is. Oh, yes. Wow. Oh, I don't know who Oliver Anthony is. Wow. Well, I don't know who that is. It's, well, okay. So, let's see what happens if I move, transform her. Might need to use a different transform because this might move everything. Yeah, that's gonna move everything. So that's fine. We can make a transform just on her. Transform, there we go. And then we can take her, we can go to the transform trash oracle. Can we like hide these? No, we can't. So now if I move her over, she moves independently. So, and I can keyframe her position. So I can take her over here. I can keyframe this. Let's say she's behind here. Now this is very, very preliminary. I don't really know how I'm gonna get this to work exactly. Might take a little bit of work chopping it up. Because like I said, I do want some stuff to happen here. And I might be able to animate this easier in After Effects, and then just that'll give me an idea of what I want to do. Which is kind of interesting. So I'm like, also like, what is her body gonna be? Is her body going to be, hey Melly, mi amorcito. Is her body going to be a garbage bag? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and keyframe everything here. And then give it a second and just move it up. She's keyframed there. Can we just keyframe again? No, that removes the keyframe. Okay, so here we can keyframe here. So these are kind of cool controls I did not really know exist. Can you just F9 them? Oh, nice. You can just F9 them just like in... I don't know if you can edit the graphs. These out. No, it doesn't look like there's a graph editor, which is fine. So she could like pop up and then she can move over to the side and become bigger. Ideally the correct size. So now if we just look at this, there's the trash oracle. Okay. So that's good. That's good at this moment. That is, it's not exactly great. We're not at great level yet, but we're at good level. Now, is she going to be a ghost? Is she going to be a floating creature, or is she going to be a pile of garbage that... Either way, the garbage can's going to spill, so I can work on that. We can reset this. We're all good there. So is she going to be a ghost is really what this comes down to now. It's like, okay. And on top of that, wait a second. Is this a different color than this? This is. Be more normal to say good evening, sir, if you want to call Chuck a sir, but we're not that formal. Just keep her grounded. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of her just being a pile of stuff, but for me to animate the pile of stuff flowing out in Character Animator is not exactly possible. Well, it's possible, but okay, fifth from the right. It's going to take a little bit of fifth from the right. There we go. And then this one actually needs to be... What is this one? This one is sixth from the right, and I think this one's sixth from the right. Yeah, so that's fine. I think we can pretty well just change this to fifth. Maybe that could be a little bit brighter. For whatever reason, this should be a little bit brighter too, because this edge is also too bright, but this could be just a little bit darker. There we go. So, however, that just seems to look better. The top just looks out of place and it'll switch right away. There, it switched. So, evening, see, that's the thing, Chuck, in Spanish, saying buenas noches. For you, that's actually correct. Saying buenas noches, because they say buenas noches for good evening and for good night. But she said good night, mister. So it's like, that makes sense as a direct translation, good night, mister. Because like, if you're saying buenas noches, senor, it's like you're saying good night, mister. But in English, we would say good evening, sir. Or we would say like we would say good evening, sir. Or, I mean, we probably say it like good evening, sir. Something like that. I don't know if we were to type it. But we wouldn't necessarily say good night. Like sometimes you could, but but you would usually say good night when you're going to sleep in English. But in Spanish, you say it just to say good evening. Like when it's dark out, you say buenas noches. So it's just slightly different culture, which is kind of cool. We have more delineation. Like we'll say good afternoon, we'll say good evening, we'll say good night, good morning, good day, good evening, good morning, good day. We don't really say good day, but like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and then when we're going to bed or leaving, good night. So we have kind of 4 where they have 3 in Spanish. Well, we have 3 too in Spanish. It's all us. We're all citizens of Earth or something. So, anyways, and the other thing is like, yeah. I don't even know what puta means, but right, yes. Okay, so now all of these are under the same puppet, which I think can be the way to go. See, and the reason why dark green stroke, why is that tagged as an S? be tagged as an S. Ah, that's also tagged as a head. Okay, there's going to be a left eye and a right eye. That's not used by any behaviors, which is fine. Also a mouth. Clean up the puppet a little bit. I realize in English the word just is quite confusing because there's like just as in this is just, like this is justice, like a just ruling or a just judgment, like, but then we also use it more commonly as like I just ate a sandwich, as in like I just, like I ate a sandwich a minute ago, like I finished momentarily. I finished a minute ago. I just ate a sandwich. Or you could say like I just ate a sandwich as in like I only ate a sandwich. Like, are you hungry? Yeah, I just ate a sandwich. I kind of feel like a soup too. So just is an interesting word in English that's kind of confusing and annoying. But you know, we're all a little bit confusing and annoying at some level. So what I'm thinking for the most part is that, okay, I need the garbage can to have its own transform, and I need the garbage, oh, the garbage lid. Okay, I would need to actually remove that transform. No, I think I need both. The lid itself, can I just move that down? Yes, I can. But then, how is that going to work? Because we want it to have its own, we want it to have its own physics sometimes, right? So now, okay, so now it's closed. Oh, no, it's not physics, my bad. And I think I'm gonna have to fix remove that behavior and add transform. That's what we need. I think we're going to have to remove, like we might have to, we're gonna have to split the garbage can into two separate layers, one where the front exists and one where the back part exists, in order for something to come out of it. There it is again, that Canadian ow. So now I'm gonna dupe it and call it garbage can backup because that's just what we do. Now, how am I gonna do this? I have no idea. Like, it seems complicated. And probably is. In fact, I know it is. But I've got the jazz vibes. So anything's possible. So I think what we want to do is dupe it again. Call it can front and can back. And then we start working on removing. This is going to be tough. So can back. Let's go ahead and just make the mid. Okay, first of all, let's make the front visible. And this is all one. So this is the back. So this doesn't matter. And then same thing with all of this, just does not matter. So that's great. That simplifies things. And the lighting and the highlights, like that's great. Scratches, the scratches can go because we actually don't need that either. And we almost don't need that, but I think at this point now we want probably to have a little bit bigger this. That should be okay. And from here, I think we need to turn this back on and kind of split this. How are we going to split this? If this is the back, good call, bro. Yes. When she pours out is what you're talking about. So if we take this, okay, so first of all, I'm sure if we take this like this, I want it to be more like this, with no stroke and no fill. And then see how this is going to work, because I don't think it's gonna work great, to be honest. But let's just try a simple divide. And it completely breaks everything. So that's what I thought might happen, which is why I was like, this is probably not going to be that easy. But if I expand the appearance and then do this, just like that, and then divide, breaks everything again. Yeah, because it doesn't have anything behind there now. Alright. You're getting there smart there, aren't you, bud? Getting real smart. Okay, so time to get smarter then, I guess. What if we then... I got an idea. We group these two layers. We group these two layers here. We can toss the mid, we don't need the mid. And then we make a clipping mask. That's right, our favorite friend, the clipping mask. Oh. It also doesn't work. Unless I make it exact, and even then we're gonna have artifacts, I'm sure. So what we're gonna have to do is magic. We're gonna have to work on some magic. Which is then, let's see what I can do about the can top, the rim side. Right, so this we basically don't need at all. In fact, I'm sure we don't need that at all. We don't need this rim side at all. And we don't need this rim. This rim top is what we actually need. For the most part, but we need to cut it. And the inner darkness, that's important too. And the inner, that's also a big important part. So we actually just need to cut this. We can even hide these other areas. Although, Oh, I do have a... Do not have... Yeah, I have this. So this is really... We could try this. We could try cutting this. No, no. I just want to take this with this and this. Where is this? Oh, it's way up here. Okay, let's bring this down into here and see how this goes. Let's try this again. Cut. Okay. Seems like it completely broke everything. Maybe not. Why didn't it cut everything? I don't know. Maybe because these are strokes? These aren't strokes. Boy, it sure is nice having an unlimited... Yeah, I bet, hey? Dang, bro. I mean, dang. One day I will be there. Okay, so this gets cut. These do not get cut. Is there a way to bring these out and try this again? Okay, maybe. I think we might have done it. I don't know if this is exactly how we need it. I think we actually want it a little bit more like that, and then we want a bit of overlap like that. So let me just try this again. With this more here, this more here. I think even like this might be good. Looks better. Dude, that's awesome, bro. Well, hey, maybe you'll be able to hook a brother up come August. It's not gonna be that much longer before we're heading back, so yeah, dude. Because it won't. Once we hit August, like, then I'll probably be doing the same thing come December, because it looks like we're going to be able to have some property somewhere. That's the goal anyways, and have our own little place and just be able to do our thing. And yeah, but in the meantime, probably ship a little bit my way, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Okay, let's try this again. Cut. There we go, there we go. So now we have our back. I don't know how I do this stuff. Yeah, coming back. Yeah, dude, like, life is better there, you know what I'm saying? In some ways, you know, and in some ways I'm like, no, let's stay in Peru, it's better here. But overall, I'm just like, nah, I think the play is Canada. And, you know, and that's actually one part of it, is the freedom that we have with the herbs, you know what I mean there, word? So now we can hide the back and unhide the front, and then now essentially we need to do the opposite. So we can hide the mid, we can hide the bottom, we can hide the scratches. Yeah, the scratches are all gonna be on. Scratches are all gonna be on. The lighting is for the most part gonna be on. Except this can go, this can go, this can go. So as far as the lighting is concerned, it is good to go. Then we can take a look inside the top, and this can go, this rim inner. The darkness can go as well. Get out of here, darkness. What do you think you are? And this is gonna be good. This side of the rim can be hidden, and again, it is really just about cutting this like the other one. Yeah, well, good thing I don't live in BC then. But actually, to be honest, that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's better to, like, junkies are people with problems, not people who should be thrown in jail. So, I mean, that's not exactly bad. It's the other parts of society, like housing prices and the cost of living, and there's so many other things that need to be done to fix society. People are going to use drugs whether it's legal or not. The only difference is if it's legal, then people don't get thrown in jail for it. So I mean, yeah, it's going the way of California or whatever. It's like kind of dumb. But that's because they're legalizing criminal activity. And drug possession is not a criminal activity. So they're often kind of attached in the same vein of thought. It's like people are like, oh, well, if you, let's just be easy on them, man. And then they legalize drug possession, which is not actually a crime. Doesn't hurt anybody. But then they go a step further and they just make crimes not a crime. And it's like, okay. Yeah, but that's because of other reasons, not exactly because of, you know. Okay. So with this, if we look at the top, can background. And we just take a look at one of these inner rims here. See that we cut it there, which means we want to cut it about there. I think that should be somewhat good. Now we need to make sure we have some overlap actually. So actually we want it to be there, and then actually this is a little bit wrong. We want it to be about there. And then here with a here. Another point there. That's more correct. So that's going to slice the top. This actually takes some pretty strong brain power, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to cut this so that we have that slight bit of overlap. That's going to help sell the image, if you will. Make sure that things don't kind of look funky there. So now we can take this one and we should be able to slice them. Actually, I think we need to expand that rim first. Expand appearance. Slice. Hide the background. And front can back. Done. No, and don't delete the front, because that's what we need. And that's it. So now we can restore the garbage can. Now we have a can front. Looks a little jank around the edges. But if we have the back in there too, does it repair it? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now part of the depopulation agenda. Well, how does cannabis legalization play into that? Because, like, I kind of would agree. But it's like, that's one of the things that should have been legal in the first place. And I guess it's kind of like, because the markets are so screwed, like my dad was saying that metal is like 3 times the price for the sheet metal now. It's like 3 times the price. Not once, not twice. Right, but that's what I'm saying, is like, because the economy is so screwed, and communities are so screwed, and people's sense of God and sense of nationality is so messed up, like, people turn to those sorts of things. People would be turning to alcohol if they don't have meaning in their lives. It doesn't matter. There's always like an escape that people are going to find. So that's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, legalizing drugs is, yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, okay, now that we've messed up the economy and everything's so terrible, then let's legalize, let's push them down the hill faster. Like, for sure, I could get that, but I'm saying it's like, that's not the problem. That's not the issue. And let's give the lid its own there. So now, if I bring the garbage back, and I take something like the banana, let's take the can, seems to make a little more sense, put it between the front and the back, then it comes out of the garbage can. And at the edge, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks a little, you don't do that, but if you're doing this, ooh, it comes out of the garbage can. Whoop, boom. There you go. Hey, yo, hey, yo, whoa, hey. So that's what we're talking about there. Let's put the garbage bag in the garbage can. Now, of course, it's got its fat edges, but that's a different story, all right? Red cat on top of the garbage bag. Bring these layers back down here. And the garbage can back can actually be like behind everything, except, yeah, no, that's fine, because even the lid will go on top. So that's totally cool. And then what we can do is we can preemptively put the lid on the garbage. I think it needs to be rotated just a little bit. I mean, even if it's a little bit off to this side, I think it'll look better. I don't know. Maybe it's perfect just like that. I think that's true. Okay, so now we're a little bit better prepared for animating the Trash Oracle's head. Let's select her. First of all, let's get the lid off. Select the Trash Oracle. And now she, with the proper scaling, let's give her a 90% scale. She's still a little bit big. She's a big girl, you know what I'm saying? I think we even need it at 80%. Now she can, whoa, she can pop out of the garbage bag. I feel like this would be really easy, right? Just have her like here, just chilling. Well, hello there, Sonny. But then she wouldn't even have hands. Well, she could have hands creeping out, and she could have like a pile of garbage there. But I still like, I'd like to see what's possible when it comes to animating her. Let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it a try here. First of all, let's put the garbage can back, the lid back on the garbage. Which I think it was like, whoa. Wait a second, what did I do here? Exactly, like that's we've seen that already, and it just wouldn't be as dramatic of an entrance too. So, kind of wanted her to be a little more dramatic. She's the Trash Oracle. She's dramatic. I think that's good for a closed trash can. To me. And then, well, I guess we actually need to put, we need to redo the transforms. We do kind of. Right, so this is where it becomes a little bit difficult because are we going to be able to put the Trash Oracle and the two parts of the garbage can in the same? Yeah, I agree. Now, the difference is here is that if this becomes too complicated, then she's gonna spill out in the cartoons, but she's just gonna already be spilt out when I go live. That's the only difference. So it's like, if I'm live streaming in Character Animator in this program, then I can have it set up the way that it'll look normally, like after she spills out. But then in After Effects, I can make the spill animation and have her do that. And then there's another solution where it's like, I could make the spill animation in After Effects and then render like 48 frames of it, and then have a cycle layers here where it's not dynamic. It's just happening, like, because I've already like, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's a few different solutions to this problem. And the first I'm trying is like, okay, maybe I'm crazy, like maybe I shouldn't even bother doing this. Which actually now I'm kind of thinking, wait, maybe I shouldn't bother doing it here. Oh wait, I don't have my light on. Oh, look, I'm whiter than you thought. Doesn't really make a difference, does it? Just kind of adjusts. I think it does. I think it makes the lighting a little bit better. On, off, adjust. On, adjust. Yeah, that's a little bit cleaner lighting. So that's when I'm like, okay, I have my garbage can backed up. I have a backup garbage can. So now I just have to think, okay, can I put the garbage can front and the garbage can back in the same thing, and then put the watermelon and the newspaper behind that, and the garbage bag is behind the trash oracle, the blue can's behind the garbage can, the tin can's behind the red can, and everything else looks to be about right. I've been saying about really Canadian, eh? Like, not just about, but like about. Okay, so then does that break all... No, it doesn't break all my things that I've done to the trash oracles. That's convenient, to say the least. Why is the trash can floating over there? Let's go ahead and make a plus in front of there and a plus in front of there, just so that it knows that those are... So why is the garbage can itself so radically far away? There, we just put her in the garbage. It actually worked quite easily. Oh, and I think she's also scaled now. So we want to just move that. This is actually not working out too badly there, bud. If you don't mind if I do. Now we just take all of her, and now we can move her wherever we want. And we can animate her separately, I believe. Why is there part of this broken? Ah, part of it's broken. It's a little bit of an issue. Nothing we can't fix. So I think the front and the back are kind of off a little bit. Easy enough. Easy does it. Easy does it. Is that correct? That looks pretty darn good to me. So now, I think there is a bit of an issue. I think what we could do is we can make the garbage can actually just a bit bigger. That might solve our problem. So if we make... Yeah, we could probably do a little bit of white bat, you know. I'm vibing on this though, you know, I'm vibing on this. Come on. Horror, dark synth, there's sci-fi. I like the sound of this. Sci-fi synthwave playlist terrestrial. This, yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, I'm vibing on this right now. I'm also like, okay, what if I just moved her into the trash? Or is there an entire... does actually render that. And the thing is that she's actually going to be she should actually be sideways. So now I'm wondering, I'm like, if I put her in a group, which I want to do, then I'm gonna have to redo her stuff. Yeah, probably that, bro. Probably that. Because I was vibing, but I'm vibing on this too. This is jamming. Or we go straight for the throat. And shuffle the metal playlist. I'm jamming on this. That's good. This will wake you up. Yeah, it's gonna mess up her eyes and everything. So I'm like, well, what if I just made this a little bit bigger? Not white, not white. I think that actually seems to pretty much fix itself. I actually feel like the scale is a little bit better, actually. It seems to work, seems to be looking better in all respects. Didn't break anything? Nice, didn't break anything. Okay. The lid now needs to be 120% as well. We're jiving. We're jiving. And this can be actually right here, so that changes. Hey, changes where it rotates from. No? No. Why does this rotate? Seems like it rotates from there. Am I right? I'm right. So why, when I change this, does it not change where it rotates from? I guess if I rotate it from here, yeah, okay. I think we have made some progress, my friend. So now we just need, but if the lid's not part of the group, then the lid can't fall on its own very easily. So two things. First of all, we want to move that over. And then second, I think we want to bring the lid into the trash oracle. And we can give it a little plus. She's really a trash oracle now. Yeah, bro, right? Like, this looks legit. Okay, now we've got the lid. Is that the edge of the trash? Trash oracle, get in the garbage can! What are you doing? Stop it! That's okay. We can even go to 123. I think I'm just gonna have to put her in a hood. Just suck it up. Put her in a group home. Poor trash. No! No, I'll never go into a group home. I'm a 3,500-year-old independent woman. Gracias, mi amorcito. So yeah, that's really the question at this point, because I'm gonna have to rotate her at the same time anyways, and I don't want her face falling apart, so I have to put her into a group home. I have to put her into a group, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate because it's going to break everything. But I also think if I were to now take her, I could potentially scale this up here. Yeah, me too. I don't even know how I'm going to make her body at this point. To be honest, I really don't know. Like, how I'm going to make... I have no idea. It's gonna be a pile of garbage. I'm gonna use some of the assets there, but I'm going to chop it into pieces that appear slowly. So it seems to be like, ugh. And that's why I'm like, maybe I should just animate it in After Effects, because like this, I mean, I guess I'm holding on to the fact that I'd love to have her be able to spill out as the first thing people see on like Omegle, and if I jump into like any kind of live stream, rather than just starting as the Trash Oracle. They see this like garbage can sway to one side and then fall over, and she comes out. Like, how epic of an intro is that? It's like, you're just like, what the heck am I looking at? Whereas if you just see it, it's like, okay, you see it, and that's cool too, but like, yeah, so I think it's worth it, but maybe I should draw out her body. And her hands. But I'm kind of like, if I just get her animation of her head, the trash can spilling, and her head coming out to where I want it to be, then I think I can put the, yeah, then I think I can put the animation of the body kind of behind it. So in some way I was like kind of just practicing to see because everything up till now is useful. Like, I definitely need the trash oracle in this configuration that I've figured out over the last hour. So that's awesome. But I think we're actually right that we need to move on to her body, which is going to be similar to this garbage bag, except it's just going to be a pile of garbage. Cartoon pile of trash. So like this is what I want to create essentially. So her corpse is, her body, her cuerpo is just gonna be, that's actually pretty cool art too. Except the stink line's going straight up. We're gonna have flies, don't worry, we're gonna have flies, but like, this kind of like putrid nothingness, you know, you don't really know what it is. I love how this one has fire and like, they use the same cans, I think, twice. It's gonna cut there, so. This is quality, I think it's like, when you look at something like this, there's more detail here, and even something like this, there's more detail here. But all of these little details actually don't matter as much as just like basic but good art. Like, I like this the best out of all of these ones that I'm looking at, just because it's like got simple colors. There's no artifacts like that. The fire here doesn't seem to really look real either. Like, it seems kind of like off to this, I don't know. Like, I like the art style, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just commenting on art. This is an art review channel now. Welcome to Mike Jar Reviews Art. But seriously, we need to make a pile of garbage, and then it's like, how is that going to flow out? That's where I can use the cycle layers. So on that note, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute TP, 3-minute, and we'll be back and we'll draw her body. We need her hands too, so if you want to think about what her hands are going to be while we're waiting, that would be a great way to go. So I will see you guys in less than 3 minutes. All
like
right,
and
all right,
subscribe.
all right. So I can kind of dig it with the different kinds of gloves. I guess I'm just not excited to like make more hands because that took a while with Hunter. Although I should do more hands because even Leslie should have more hands. That's something he's lacking right now. But not sure. Was kind of thinking of like, I don't know, like little kind of dusty kind of things. Melissa made a good point that she should have like some books and like old newspaper, maybe like old newspaper hair. That would be kind of cool, actually. I'll read y'all newspaper. I'll read y'all. Or maybe even like a kind of a old blouse. Kind of like, like, kind of like this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, some kind of little, like, thing kind of coming from her neck. That's like, doing this kind of thing. Like, but it's made of newspaper or something. I think that would also work, like some kind of little thing here. Maybe that would just look like a beard, I don't know. But that's not important. A feather duster and a glove. That's kind of what I was thinking in some way, but like one of her hands is like a feather duster and the other hand is like an actual glove that she can move. So it's just like, one is just a thing that she moves around, and the other is an actual like emotive hand that she can like point or like wave with, just for some kind of variation, So what I'm saying is we're gonna be here for another 4 weeks, bud. That's fine. To be honest, I'm joking. It's not gonna be that long. Can I check my WhatsApp? Yes. Yes. She sent me a picture. Some garbage as well. So here we go. I think what we could do is we could save a copy of this and then bring that into After Effects and then animate that in After Effects and then pull the... Yeah, it is. I don't think there's ever anything better done with Wipeout audios. Just to be quite frank with you. So... Okay, so we're basically we're pulling out all the stops here. We're gonna have Illustrator, character animator, and After Effects running. And I don't know how we're gonna do it. So we definitely want to give her like the book hair. I think that's a great idea. Some pages, maybe a feather, and then hold on, I gotta see if I can take note of this and try to give some structure to this finishing of this project. And then we got 8-Bot, Banana, Tulsa Banana, and the Apes. Add a checklist. Okay, so she needs hair, old books / newspaper, and then I can share the screen on. Oh, you can't even see it anyways. Her body, and I'll just leave that as one, and fall animation and fall animation, flies, and stench lines. Is there anything else that we need? Her hands. One duster hand and one old glove hand. We're doing everything possible to make her awesome. But that's the thing, is that the characters are going to be the dialogue things, right? Like, they're what deliver the dialogue. So if we put a lot of effort into making them look interesting, then as we're talking, people will be listening, so to speak. So and Trash Oracle, she's a talker. She likes to talk, so she better be interesting. And before, she was just a friggin' little moving mouth with a eye kind of moving around. Sometimes she would go like, "I'm receiving an intermission," which is pretty cool. But like, yo, we're just kind of at a little bit of a different level now, right? We've leveled up. Let's bring it in as a composition at layer size, okay? Let's see how this does. Document size or layer size? Not really sure, actually. No, that's great. And is that invisible? Yeah, that's oh, bring the screen back. Let's go. We're here. So now we are in our lovely land of the After Effects. And we're absolutely vibing. Spill. The original what? Like the original? The original background? You know what? Oh, okay, the original Trash Oracle. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, I think I actually have a better background here. The one from my website. Which would be in 2023, new site, plasma background. Yeah. There we go. That's what we want to see as our background. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I like the trash oracle, and I don't know how I came up with her. Like, she was a spark of brilliance from my first cartoon, and that was it. Like, I've just been riffing off of her for the last, like, 6 years. Actually, it's only been 3 years. 3 years since, I think, because she was in... Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, there's lots of piles of garbage to see. I've seen lots of what was I gonna say? I can check when I made that. It was March of 2021. I want to say 2021. No. Videos. March. No. March 13th. That was it. That's it. Oh, me speaking at the end. People are like, release it without you talking. I was like, yeah, you're right. It just ended up being an intro for me. Which is interesting, because it's like, you think I would make an intro that's like that every video that I make? I don't know. Definitely not, but... there she is.
See, the water's jumping on you.
Yes, the water's jumping on you.
Yes, I see a real sailor.
Yeah, I made all these different mouth pieces.
The seas he has.
Oh, I'm not... I made all these different mouth
Here
movements
now,
for me.
take this. It's been saved for Yes, I see a real sailor. A heart for the seas he has.
Oh man, Trash Oracle was slow back in the day. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited to do more of that, dude. Like, honestly, look, it's just like literally just low res pile of garbage and then some high res garbage over here, high res garbage over here, and her mouth moving like. Oh, at this point she didn't even have the pylon cone for a tongue. She definitely didn't have the double eye. Oh, she did have the double eyeballs, Blink. Okay, anyways. The point was to check when that was made. This was March of... when? Yeah, March 23rd of 2021. That's it. It says it was created in February of 22, but that doesn't make sense. It must have been March 21st. March... yeah, Sunday, March 21st, 2021. So that was 2.5 years ago, the very first Jar.Place animation came out. And we're just getting started, like, barely, like, it's been an uphill battle for sure, but we're making plays. We're at this point where we're making plays. And she is our latest play. Okay, so where is the garbage can lid? And why is that not visible right now? That's odd. I don't understand why it's not visible. That's a pretty good reference, actually. Why the heck is this not visible? What if I re-import just the footage, just the lid? It shows it. Okay. Well, now it's there, so that's cool. So now we got our assets here, and viejo. So we're gonna have, this was the example given, which makes sense. But for now, let's double check our, yeah, we've got our checklist. That's good to go. Did we stop with the music? Did we listen to all of it already? It's not a huge playlist, so I guess back to the chill synthwave vibes. So let's just hide most of things right now. Bring her, stick her in the garbage can. Yeah, well, thanks, bro. And that's true. You know, we've had some really good runs where we're making steady content. But, and 10,000 views, you know, it's something, but it's not like, you know, I'd like to be getting 1 million views. Like some guys playing with Lego and get 1 million views, right? So it's like Lego building. This guy got 9 million views in the last week with this video of building Lego. This other guy's sinking a boat with Lego. This guy's brick technology. He does amazing edits, which is part of it. But he also does like really smart Lego building stuff. And this was funny. What do you want me to build next? A father that returns from the gas station with a pack of smokes. With his pack of smokes. But, you know, it's like, dang, you know, sometimes I'm like, it's funny how some content, it's better to make content that takes less effort and gets more views. So if you're making something that takes tons and tons of effort but only gets a few views, it's like, well, that sucks. Like, and then somebody comes along and makes a video that takes barely any effort and gets tons of views all the time. And it's like, okay, like, am I doing it wrong, you know? Because the audience is what chooses what they want to see. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just thoughts. But that's the thing too, is that I'm also like, yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like, okay, I love what I'm doing and I don't care. Like, I could never be the guy just making Lego videos, you know? And like, good for him. And I actually enjoy watching that stuff because it's really nerdy. But like, and he does a great job with the edits. But it's like, okay, um, I love what I'm doing. I love animating this stuff. I love making cartoons. And I know that it's a slow start and then later it'll go up, like it'll boom, right? And that's why I'm like, looking at the big picture things, some people do this stuff, like they make videos for 7, 8, even 10 years before they actually make it. So it's like, if I'm only at maybe a year or 2 years into it, you could say 2.5 since my very first like animation that I think is kind of a starting point in this for me. It's like, then we've just barely begun. So that's just a perspective that I get on it. It's like, yeah, it's important to, at some level, it's important to target your audience and do things that people want to see. But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, we're only a little ways in here, so okay, maybe I think this is a little bit too high. And maybe a little bit too far over for some reason now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to replicate this in character animator, but at least this can give me a decent It's starting to look pretty good. Cool. I'm kind of digging this. I think almost if we just had this be a little bit longer, maybe even in here. I think so. I think we need like a little bit more sustain here. Not in the exact same spot. What's that? Oh, the views. Yeah, nobody wants to see his ugly face. I dig it. That's a pretty good animation. So now here, yeah, let's save this. Yeah, it's good, man. I like it too. I can't say it's my favorite, but it's still good. Like, that's the one where, yeah. That's the one where the guns, where like banning guns, and then like the veteran falls down the stairs. That's that one, right? Yeah, that's that one. And then the lid. yeah, I'm starting to think, okay, I think I can just do a lot more. Like I could make this thing kind of spin so it looks like it's not just a 2D rigid object, that it's like actually kind of a 3D object. I could actually make that animation in After Effects, but I can't make that in Character Animator, which makes me think, okay, I think I just need to make the end animation. Yeah, it is pretty good. This is a little bit, let's just watch it like at real speed here. I'm like, yeah, okay, do I switch? Like I could just do a cycle layers. This is a complex problem to solve, but damn, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. This is definitely gonna take me a few more days, I'm sure. But it is also only, oh man, a time change, so oh cool. It time changed in Canada, right? So like for you, it's, I guess it would be 8:35 for you right now, Chuck. Yeah, so it's actually 11:36 here local time, but it's 10:36 Winnipeg time because of the time change. So anyways, I'm like, you know, do I just animate everything in After Effects, which is quite a bit easier until she comes out, which would be like here, and then what does the trash look like and how does that come out? Does it come out in chunks that just like appear, or does it have like a smooth kind of a pour? It'd be cool if it kind of engulfed the lid a little bit, like it was almost like a gelatinous blob of a body. So it's, if I made the entire animation, even if it's 2 seconds, I could have 48 cycles, 48 frames, or 60 frames, but even 48 frames would be decent. And, right, yeah, like it feels like 10:30 to me. I started at what was 10 o'clock here because it was actually 9 o'clock there or something. No, I did start an hour later then. I did, yeah. So that's why it's like 11:30 right now. So it actually feels like it's getting closer to that time, you know, where we log off. But I'm all video gamed out. I don't want to play any more video games for 3 more months, or at least like a week. And like that's pretty good though. I mean, the animation doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. I think that the drawing and stuff, like just having it like this is gonna be awesome enough. And it's gonna have a little bit of a vibe of like the 90s or 80s cartoon style that I'm kind of going for. So we have that happen. And at the very same time, she pops out, position, rotation. by the time it's here, she's already out. She was already, let's say she was already rotated. And we can put her a little bit further in.
Well, hello there. Well, hello there. Yes, welcome to this back alley.
We should come out a little bit slower. Like maybe it's even a bit earlier. Or maybe a bit faster. She's eager to talk, like she's been in that trash can for a few days. I dig it. Now, and then she's gonna be able to move around. I should be able to like move her head a bit, like just kind of slightly tilt it and stuff, and then actually be able to move the position of the head around just like the eye, which could be pretty cool, especially if I can get like particles of trash kind of flying out at the same time that she moves. But that's kind of a wish list item that I don't know if I'll be able to do exactly. But right now is where we want to like design the garbage. So something like this, where it's just literally a pile of brown goo. Speaking of pile of brown goo, I will be right back. we all
Like and
just
subscribe.
like and subscribe in a jar. All right, we're back. So let's see what we could get with like a finished. A finished pile of brown goo. Am I right? I think this should be. She's almost a little bit like Jabba the Hutt right here. Maybe more of a gray tone, seeing as she's kind of gray, like this. A little bit of brown, a little bit of brown in there, a little bit of gray. And then this goes just under the trash oracle. There we go. Yeah, so something like that. Now, of course, she's going to have more. Let's see if I can just draw some more lines. Now, of course, yeah, and also a stroke. She's going to need to have a stroke and maybe a hard. No, I'm just kidding. So, give us a stroke there. It's maybe a little bit on the large side for the artwork. Like that, with maybe like, you know, some things like this. This one doesn't need a fill. No, that one kind of looks a bit odd. There you go, Chuck. Giant plastic bag boobs. I could see it. I could see it. Oh, now how family friendly are we going here? Oh, you can create a mask on a shape layer. No way. Okay. Learn something new every day. Chuck just really wants some tatas on the trash oracle, you know what I'm saying? He's got a vision and he's gotta see it come true. And then this I can transform. I can move this around pretty good. Like, that's looking pretty decent. They could be saying it after 3,500. They should be saying it after the 3,500. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, this is a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? They better be hitting. They probably be hitting the floor at that point. Yeah, so that's kind of great. That's kind of great, if you ask me. We could probably also make, and because this is a layer, I wonder if I was able to just. What if the lid was maybe a little bit further down? No, it's good where it is. So I think what we would want to do is actually extract these out. Call this the garbage pile. Link that to the garbage pile and then create that mask as well. And that way, if I say scale this down, and kind of move with it, but we're not just gonna scale it. What if I take the pen tool and now move this? Then then that moves independently. So what we can do is we can take the first frame right about here. Hit the path keys. And actually, this is what we want at the end, which would probably be about there. For the first frame, which is like right here, we want to take this down. Kind of put it together. Okay, but then for about here, let's see if we just take these frames. We want to take these down. And by here, I'd like to see something more. Well, she's got to kind of be connected at this point. Although, I guess I'd like that just a little bit further out. And then with some more movement, even if it's slow here, but this is already up here. Now, what can we do to make the lines look a little bit more interesting? Like really just moving them. All right, bud. Yeah, man, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. As always, good times. And we will see you tomorrow. We'll be back at it. Getting downright dirty and garbagey. We do kind of a similar thing here where we're going to now move. Well, not the whole thing. I'm gonna close it down to here right away, so not too much else going on tonight. Just gonna continue working on this in the darkness and in the silence. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that actually looks pretty decent. I think that, though, I would like this to be... Anyways, I'm gonna close down the stream. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Like and subscribe.